Okay.
Down on the motorcycle, chased him back up, and I was like, "This is crazy." That poor officer, I felt so bad for him because he was just trying to mind his business. He looked over at me and went, he's just sitting at the red light. This guy starts, and the guy's doing all this as he's running. The officer's chasing the motorcycle, and the guy's doing all this weaving. It was hilarious. Okay. Right. And caught him. Well, this was like, when West Tour goes like this, and then the interstate goes like this. He was running through there, and the cop was chasing him. So whoever could find out, it was about 10 o'clock. Find out who that, find out who that motorcycle officer can say the Councilman Butcher was proud of him because he was trying his best to give that guy, and the guy just would not stop. It was hilarious. So, oh, I bet it was Dawson. You know where it's
Okay. Yes, of course. Oh, loaded. Let me tell you what made me
I just think right now, SBD now so many officers and it's so many areas.
I'll be back.
So I think Belfort and Belfort.
Oh, it's over there. I said I love to see what's gonna happen with that.
Let's do it. I mean, because we had an incident not too long ago out in Southeastern, and that's a life and death situation. And the issue now is there's so many areas in Southeastern that are bordered by some areas that there's a good possibility of heaven being closed. So that's why this is so important. And I'm just grateful to the Kettle Bear Sheriff's Office and Sheriff Whitehorn for helping GCO put this together. I look forward to a lot better safety responses in Well, I think the mayor and CAO and the police chief did an excellent job considering what they did. I do want to see them in Southeastern because I think there's so much to happen in Southeastern. But I think that we're doing a good job. We're making progress. The ultimate goal was to get officers out of the police station, and I think we're making good progress on that. Oh, Southeastern Florida. Yeah. Well, I just think we have a huge population. It's the fastest growing part of Shreveport. We have a huge population. These families that are out there, there's just a lot of shopping out there. So we need a little bit increased response. Thank you, I appreciate it.
Oh no, that may. You want me to go see if this?
Off the record.
Every time I think about women, I busy like what's the name of it? What's the name of it? Put that picture out.
Oh yeah, he was worried. Oh, where you went to? That's what.
If we get through early, I'll come to you.
They say it's gonna be a big.
I did not say something in the meeting, but I didn't know if it was me. Because
Tanya, we ready?
Oh, wait. Oh yeah, you got no picture.
Is he here? Oh yeah.
what's his name? Yeah, and they're not gonna build us there unless it's pure anyway.
The meeting of Shreveport City Council is now called to order. I will ask Vice Chair Green to lead us in the prayer, and I will ask Councilman Brooks to lead us in the pledge.
Thank you, Lord, for this day, and thank you for another opportunity to do the business of this city. We ask that whatever we do, that we do it in a Christ-like manner, and we ask that you would cover our city and continue to bless us. And Lord, we thank you for what you've done. We praise you in advance for what you're going to do. And Lord, after this meeting is over, we ask that you would have some glory. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Please join us in the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Madam Clerk, will you please call the roll?
Councilwoman Taylor. Councilman Brooks.
Here.
Councilman Taylor-Farrell. Councilman Butcher.
Here.
Councilman Jackson.
I'm here.
Councilman Green.
I'm here.
And Councilwoman Bowman.
Present.
Is there a motion to approve the minutes of the Administrative Conference Monday, October 7, 2024, and the City Council meeting Tuesday, October 8, 2024?
So move.
Been
Second.
moved by Councilwoman Taylor, second by Councilman Butcher. Any discussion? Let's vote.
That passed with
Yay.
6.
Yeah, mine's not. Let me see. Might not be signed in. Does any council members have any awards, recognition, or distinguished guests not to exceed 15 minutes?
I do.
Vice Chair Green, go ahead.
Mr. North, would you come, please? You my guest for the day. Well, our guest. Come on up.
Oh, okay.
Yes, sir. The topic of discussion today is coming off of 3132 on to 70th Street, where you all redid the whole drive and made the lane.
Yes, sir.
There are a lot of accidents that's almost happened there. I don't know how many have happened there, but there's no signage there. I see y'all got it blocked off now. Will there be any signage to let the public know which way to turn? Because right now, they're basically confused as to how to turn and how they're gonna get over into the left lane. So what's gonna happen in order for them to, well, for us to know how to turn and where to turn and which way to go?
Councilman, at present, I don't have an answer to that question. I haven't had a chance to talk to my traffic engineer. We've been traffic lighting. But I can find out that information for you.
Okay, thank you, because they had it open.
Yes.
Of course, now they've closed that left lane back. I don't know what, I
The
don't know.
left turn lane on the bunker?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And so therefore, it's really confusion. I know you had said the last time when you came that once they come off, if they're going, continue down 70th, they just go that way. And if they're gonna go to Buncombe, then they would go that way.
Yes.
There's nothing there to tell them how to get there and whatever.
If they have it blocked off, then chances are they have not completed the project yet.
Well, they had opened it up.
They did open it
They
up?
opened it up. They finished all the cement where the lane that you said
Yes.
they was gonna continue over into the left lane.
Yes.
They finished it, but then now they've closed the whole deal down, so I don't know. So is there a way you could contact?
Absolutely.
Okay,
Absolutely. There's no problem with that at all.
all right. If
Yes,
you
sir.
could get with Javas, or either Gary, they'll let us know. as to-
Certainly.
Okay,
Certainly. Be more than happy to do that.
yes, sir. Thank you for coming.
Yes, sir. Are you finished?
Anyone else?
Can I speak?
Yes.
Councilman Taylor, Councilperson Taylor, excuse
Yes.
me.
Yes, sir.
Did you notice that the walkway up at Highway 1 is gone?
Yes, I did. Thank you.
Yes.
All right, thank you, Mr. Chair.
I appreciate you, Mr. North.
Does any other council member have the word's recognition or distinguished guests not to exceed 15 minutes?
You can go, Ms. North, if you like.
Unless you
Yes,
just
sir.
want to hang around or sashay with Terrence.
I would like to invite the families and friends of Pastor Butler to come to the podium, please. And Madam Clerk, can you read Resolution 159?
A resolution dedicating the 700 block of Turner Lane in honor of Pastor Lavelle Butler. Whereas Pastor Lavelle Butler has been a part of the city of Shreveport since November 2007. Whereas Pastor Butler started as a chaplain in the prison ministry and later transitioned to a traveling evangelist. Whereas he took to the streets alongside other ministry leaders, going to different neighborhoods to empower and encourage citizens in the community. Whereas seeing the needs of the community led him to start New Love Restoration Church, which has expanded into 2 locations. Whereas Pastor Butler is over countless outreach programs, such as local cook giveaways, food and clothing drives, and he also serves as a voice regarding the needs of the community as a youth and senior advocate. Whereas Pastor Butler has proven to be a driving force within the city and continues to strive to make the city a better and safer place. Now therefore be it resolved by the City Council of the City of Shreveport in due regular and legal session convened that the mayor on behalf of the city is authorized to dedicate the 700 block of Turner Lane in honor of Pastor Lavelle Butler.
First of all, thank y'all so much. I know I'm short.
Welcome.
But, and Miss Tanya, I know I harassed you, and Dr. Allen, I know I harassed y'all, but thank y'all so much. But some of the family, my pastor's not here today because this is actually a birthday surprise. We have some representation of his family. His mom drove all the way down here from Texarkana. Let me tell you, Mother Butler just got out the hospital, and she was not going to let nothing miss this for her son. So I have to let her speak just on behalf of her beloved son.
Awesome.
God bless every one of you all today. I'm here, and I'm not going to be long, but I want to tell you who Pastor Butler is. Amen. I thank God for that young man. The Lord blessed me with 4 daughters and a son. And he's actually been preaching since he was about 9.
Wow.
But he got serious about it when he turned 17. Mm-hmm. And he's been a wonderful, wonderful young man. I knew who he was before he knew who he were. And God called him into the ministry at an early age. And so he's actually been seriously preaching since he was 20. Went through high school and college and got married, and he's been preaching. He's gone in neighborhoods that was bad and prayed and turned them from bad into good. He let young men know that life can be different. It does not have to be like this. He's a lover of peoples. Everywhere he go, he helps peoples. He bring peace to bad situations and stuff. And he's been in this city. He started preaching at 20. He's been in the ministry 27 years. He's been in this city 17 years. And he is basically turning bad neighborhoods into good. Awesome. And I'm grateful for that. And Pastor Butler, like I say, started out preaching at 20. He's been preaching 27 years, been in Shreveport 17 years. And he preaches, he travels the world in evangelism. He goes in-state, out-of-state, everywhere. So one thing about it, he brings peace to a bad situation. And I feel like he has been a blessing to Shreveport since he's been here. Even the neighborhood that he's in, when he came and they said, oh, you don't want to go in that neighborhood. He said, I'm going in the neighborhood, but I'm not going by myself, but I'm taking a higher power with me. Amen. And so I'm grateful for that, and whatever you all choose to do with that boy today, my son, I love him. I've been in the ministry some 40 years and things, and I'm grateful for him that he is serious about his walk with the Lord. He really turned neighborhoods around. So however y'all be a blessing to him today, whatever he gets, he deserves it. And it's not him. He doesn't go alone, but he goes with God on his side. And he preaches salvation to the young men and the young ladies and let them know there is a better way. There's a better way. So I'm so proud of him. I want y'all to know I drove all the way from Shreveport, just got out of the hospital Saturday. I said, if y'all have to roll me in a wheelchair, I'm going to be there. But God is good. So whatever y'all choose to do, he deserves that.
Awesome.
I am Mother Clarkson. I'm one of the church mothers at New Love Restoration. And I've been knowing Pastor Butler before he was Pastor Butler. He was my pastor before he became pastor of New Love Restoration, which was 18 years ago when he came here as an evangelist. And I tried to call him prophet, but I ended up saying pastor. So I just started calling him pastor and not knowing that I would be a member of his church. I watched him, I live in the Moortown area, and I watched him come in Moortown, and a lot of you may have heard of Theo Street. And he would come and sit, and I'd be like, Pastor, how you come and sit? But he would just come and sit among the people, the people in the neighborhood, to the point when they see him walk up, they respect him. Even today, they respect him in different neighborhoods that he go in because he relates to the people in the community. Even where we are, I watched a young man pass by, and the young man came back, and he opened his arm up. He said, come up here and sit with me. So, and this young man still comes to the church. He still comes. Even we have a mascot that has adopted, and that's, one of Pastor's children is a cat that's in the neighborhood. When that cat know Pastor's coming out, that cat actually comes out, and just sit there and wait on him. So babies, from babies, his grandmama is the eldest. She's 83 in our church, and you have babies. My 15-month-old great niece, I watched her Sunday. She was doing what he did, So the love he have and the compassion that he has for God's people, he deserves it. And when I say he have worked in Shreveport, Bossier, and he has the name of the city's pastor. They call him Pastor B. And that's because anywhere he goes, he's going to hold a conversation with whomever it is. It doesn't matter what they look like, where they come from. He's going to hold a conversation with them because he loves the people. He loves the people. So I pray that this come to pass today because it's well-deserved, and he honors other leaders in the city, even the one that has gone on. He honors them, and that makes a difference because it's setting an example for us. So Pastor Butler deserves, as they say, Pastor B, the city's pastor, he deserves, you know, to be recognized for what the accomplishments that he has, even when he wanted to give up. But God said no, and I thank God that he's still here. So, because there's more work for him to do in our city.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. I literally had a speech written, but most of what I wanted to say has already been said, so I'll just highlight a few things. I wanted to note that in 2014 and 2016, Pastor Butler preached to millions on the Word Network, not only representing his family and church, but also the city of Shreveport. Everywhere he goes, he's going to shout out Shreveport. In 2020, when the pandemic caused the world to shut down, New Love Restoration doors never closed. He continued to provide a full service for those who would join the live stream with him, preaching, the musicians, praise team, and a few members inside in the audience, and several sitting outside on the stairs and in their cars so that they could still be a part of the service. He began what was called the night shift on Facebook to help so many who were hurting and fearful to navigate through the pandemic and keep hope and their sanity while sheltering in place. He has also been a voice and wise counsel for many leaders who are well known as well as local. November 4, 2022 was proclaimed Pastor Lavelle Butler's Day, signed by then Mayor Adrian Perkins. In December of 2022, Pastor Butler received the Pastor of the Year Award from KOKA Alpha Media. And in January of 2023, he received the Sound Award for Pastor Who Carries the Sound. So everywhere he goes, he speaks well of Shreveport. So when people ask, is there anything good in Shreveport? I do declare, yes, there is.
How y'all doing? I'm a young man of the church. I'm Bruce Trammell. There's a lot I can say about this man. He married me, he motivated me, he helped me, he talked to me, etc. He makes me sit on the front row behind his with the cloth. Then he helped me. He employed me. He does a lot, and whatever he's trying to do in this world, in this life, in this city, I feel like he deserves it, because coming from a young man in this city is hard, and I'm just trying to stay on a good path. And without him, I wouldn't be that. That's all I gotta say.
Again, thank y'all so much. We are so grateful. A commission woman, Stormy Gage Watts, she also sent a letter of recommendation, as well as Miss Joy Walters as well. So thank y'all so much. This means so much to the New Love Restoration family.
Don't go anywhere. We're gonna come down and take a picture with everyone. But I'm excited that we're gonna dedicate this street. What you're talking about is saving lives.
That's right.
And we don't focus much on the number of lives that are saved each year. We reflect on the lives that are lost, as we should, but Pastor Butler is saving so many lives. And this dedication, 700 Turner Lane, is going to be a reminder. This is going to be a part of his legacy. When he's dead and gone, this is going to be a reminder that those who come behind him, those who came before him, that we got to build up more leaders.
That's right.
If we want to continue to change Shreveport, we have to reach down and build up more leaders. It's not our police job to save our young folks.
That's right.
That's our job. We have
right.
to do a better job to making sure they're not going to be a problem for our
That's
police
right. That's
when they
right.
become older. And that's what Pastor Butler is doing, and I definitely support that. Vice Chair Green.
I'd like to say, when you see the pastor, tell him I said congratulations, and certainly he's doing a great work. What's your name?
Tori.
Listen, Tori, I know you full-time at your church, but if you ever want a part-time church with all your I don't know what time y'all start, but if you want to just come over for a little while, you have so much energy. You're just on fire for Jesus, and I just like to commend you. But if you ever have some spare time, thank you and congratulations.
Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all.
Yes, ma'am.
Congratulations.
Councilwoman Taylor.
Oh, her energy is contagious. Oh, it's like, oh, I love it. Can you come here every council meeting for real?
because you give us this level of
Oh, my
enthusiasm
goodness.
that I love.
Yeah.
I can appreciate so much your passion for your pastor. It speaks volumes, and to hear is so sincere when you all say it. Mama, you just come on in down to Texarkana. You did that. That's your son, and I'm glad that your heart is so proud. Yes, yes, and for you to speak so highly of your son means so much, and so we thank you all for sharing. Thank you that he migrated to Shreveport, Louisiana, to help be a part of the positive change. So thank y'all so much, Tori.
So I invite the
you
council
come on
down
back
to come
to
take a
council
picture. Mr. Mayor, if you will join us.
Y'all don't leave, they're gonna take a picture right there.
Mama crying. Thank you.
Tall people in the back.
Where are they?
How you doing? Let's tell you past us.
Absolutely.
Kind of want to adjourn the meeting after that.
Okay. Moving over. Okay.
Does any other council members have any awards, recognition, or distinguished guests not to exceed 15 minutes? Mr. Mayor, do you have any awards, recognition, or distinguished guests not to exceed 15 minutes?
I do not.
Do you have any communication relative to city business?
I do. I'm going to ask Chief Smith to come up and give you their monthly report.
Thank you, Chief. You've been doing good on time, but as a reminder, you have 15 minutes.
15 minutes, y'all heard it. Not 3:50. Okay.
You down to 14:45.
All right. All right. Thank you all so much for the opportunity. The slides that you'll see presented is in a little bit different color than they normally be. This month is a special month for domestic violence and what was the other one? Breast cancer. Yeah. But anyway, and breast cancer, domestic violence and breast cancer. So our colors are a little bright. Technical stuff ready? Ready? Yes, sir. All right, go to the first slide. All right, this slide represents our homicides year to date. Currently in 2024, we're sitting at 46. Last year this time we were at 69. So that's negative 23 for a 33.33% reduction in our homicides. All right, next slide. Next slide that you see is shots fired. 2023, we had 2,380 that was reported to us. At this same time period, we're at 2,106, 274 less than last year, the same time period, for an 11.5% reduction in our shots fired calls. Next slide will be our shootings. 2023, we had 275. For the same time period, 2024, we had 233, which is a 42 difference for a reduction of 15.27% reduction in our shootings. Next slides, our felony crimes are rapes. The one that's in the brightest pinkish color would represent 2023. For the same time period in 23, we had 109 reported to us at that time. For this same time period, we have 85, a difference of 24, which is a 22% reduction in our reported rapes. Vehicle theft, that is something that has plagued us pretty good over the course of years. Last year, this time period, 1,006 had been reported to us. For this period this year, 827, 179 a reduction for a reduction of 17.79%. Next, you see our robberies. 2023, 168 reported. For 2024, 122 reported, a difference of 46 for a 27.38% reduction in our robberies. Burglaries, 2023, 1,280 reported to us for that time period. This year, 1,002 for the same time period, a difference of 278 for a reduction of 21.7% reduction in our burglaries. This is one, the vehicle burglaries, where someone actually breaks into an automobile. 2023, 1,690 reported for the time period. This year, 848, nearly half, a reduction of 842 for a 49.82% reduction in our vehicle burglaries. And that concludes, and I tender your questions.
Chief, so it's safe to say that we've been trending down on crime for quite a while.
Yes, sir.
Without giving away the secret sauce, what did you attribute to the downward turn? Is this just better policing, or we just having a good batch of citizens? What do you attribute to this downward turn, and can we expect more in the future?
I would attribute to everything. I don't think there's any one particular source that should take credit for the downtrend in our crimes. It is the hard work of everyone involved, and I'm not just talking about government itself. I'm talking about the private sector, the social services groups, the churches. It's what everybody is doing that's making an ingredient that appears to be working. I don't think no one particular source on its own could be having this kind of impact. That's Wayne Smith's version of it. It's adopting technology, using the latest and the greatest to help us in doing our job. As a matter of fact, our closure rate, SPD's closure rate, is around 75% in a homicide. I have never seen this in the history that I've been with SPD. Our closure rate is being that high. And that is contributed to embracing a lot of good hard work amongst our people, but embracing technology that is helping us with leads. It is people calling into Crime Stoppers. We have 200 to 300 people that give us good information on Crime Stoppers that is helping us to do our job much better. So it's a combination of everything. And we pray and hope that that combination of ingredients continues to make for a good gumbo that we all can enjoy.
Thank you, Chief. Councilman Butcher.
Chief, I want to say thank you. We've been sitting here now for 6 years, 7 years almost, and it looks like that some of the fruits of your labor and your officers' labor are starting to pay off, and it's really good to see these numbers. One of the most embarrassing things to hear is that people don't feel safe in Shreveport, and we know that things are safer, and I appreciate the job that you and your officers do, and council members that we've tried to give y'all everything that you need.
Yes, sir.
And I think we will continue to do that, especially seeing that things just look really good. So I appreciate everything that y'all are doing. I know that in areas I can be hard, but 90% of the time, yes, I'm very, very happy. Yes. So, and I also want to say that I do think that I just wanted to reiterate, because in our little slide here, you have the substations, and I know we just had a meeting about all that, but I think that is going to help. And I think more officers on the street, seeing more officers, it's going to be
Absolutely.
it's going to be a huge shot in the arm, I think, for y'all. So
Absolutely.
I just don't want to lose in the fact that I do want one in Southeast Shreveport somewhere.
Yes, sir.
So please,
We're working on that.
I'd like to
We're
see at
working
the
on
next
that.
one of these, you print out a little star somewhere slap dab in the middle of District C, B, and D. So
We're headed in that direction. Creativity is really beginning to work for us. We've been doing a series of radio ads and commercial to bring attention to how people can be responsible for their children and the activity that their children are doing. And I think it's really, really working. And the strategy always was just simple. We need to spend time as much as possible targeting the groups that are most susceptible to crime. It just makes good sense to me. But a lot of things are beginning to work. We just did one last week, myself, Chief White, and the fire chief, to talk about, as we move into the holidays, cooler weather, how more prone we are to fires, residential fires, that take innocent lives. But we're doing some creative things that I think is really, really working.
I'd still like to see y'all do the idea. I don't know if it was Councilman Nicholson or who had, maybe it was Councilwoman Taylor, that we had brainstormed in a public safety meeting a few years ago to do some ads that come on during the 9 o'clock and 10 o'clock news saying, "Hey, this is Chief Smith.
Right.
Have you taken your gun out of your car? Have you locked your
like
car
that.
door?"
Yes.
Something,
I like that.
something like that.
Yeah,
And
the
if
promos
if we
that we
need
talked
if
about.
we need
Thank
to come
y'all
up with
so
money
much.
somehow and
Yes.
get donations to do it, or maybe they do it as a public service. But I would love to see y'all. It's 10 o'clock. Have you taken your gun out of your car? Have you
Correct.
locked it up? I think that's a big deal.
Yes.
Thank you for that. Look
The
for it
9
real
o'clock
soon.
checkup.
Yeah,
As-
yeah.
9
Look
p.m.
for it
checkup.
real soon.
Well, thank you, Chief.
As I hear Pastor Green say sometime, take a station break. It's coming.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Back to regular scheduled program.
Back to the regular schedule program. It's coming. Thank you.
Hold on, Chief, don't go nowhere. Councilwoman Taylor.
Chief, I want to thank you all too. I want to thank you all for the collaborative efforts that you all have. But I specifically want to thank your NAT team
Yes.
and your CLOs, because your NAT team is really, really making a difference in community. When we attend those neighborhood meetings, and then they are aware of individuals within the police department where they have direct contact with, and they serve as a liaison between the city as well as the community, it is a big deal. In several of the community meetings that I've had, they've attended every last one of them, offering their support, offering their services along with your community liaison officer. So I want to shout that part of the services that the police department have. And I want to thank those men and women that are a part of that team that are actually really putting community first and trying to address those needs. So with the aid of everything, it's just as you said, with all of the collaborative efforts that you all have, the dangers that you all face, I actually want to commend those ladies and those gentlemen as well with your CLOs for the work that that they are doing inside of our districts, because it really makes a difference.
Thank you so much. That was a part of
You're
the NAT
welcome.
program. I was a part of the creation of the NAT program back in the 80s with Cleophas and Reverend Hunt and
Yes,
all of them.
most definitely.
And also was instrumental in creating the CLO program also in the 90s. And those programs work on the success of one size shoe doesn't fit everyone.
Correct.
Finding the right person to fit that neighborhood. I can't emphasize how important that is, because every officer can't fit every neighborhood
No, they
and
can't.
feel the way these feel about where they are.
And trust me, your Nats have to take some heat like they elected officials.
I agree.
And they
I
take it,
agree.
but they take it all in stride and always trying to look for a resolve to help improve the community. And I can really, really appreciate that. And I've seen them do it in every meeting that I've attended and other
you so
meetings throughout the community. So I commend them for that.
Thank you so much. All right.
Thank you, Chief.
Until we meet again.
Yes, sir. Does any member have any concerns relative to property standards? For Mr. Green?
Mr. Green, thank you so much for going out to North Lakewood Estates. I appreciate that.
Vice Chair.
Mr. Green, y'all did a beautiful job over on Monkhouse Drive. Thank you very much.
The substation about to open.
Hey, listen, can I say thank you to Chief too? Because his Nats and his CLOs, they help us day in, day
Yes.
out. They're always there.
Yes.
So
Yes.
I appreciate them.
Thank you, Mr. Green.
All right.
Mr. Clark gave his master plan report on yesterday. Do you have anything else to add today, Mr. Clark? Okay, thank you. Everyone should have received the budget to actual finance report. Today, we will have a public hearing on resolution number 153 of 2024, stating that the City of Shreveport endorsement of 624 Downtown Lofts LLC to participate in the benefits of the Louisiana Restoration Tax Abatement Program and to otherwise provide with respect thereof. And also resolution number 154, 2024, stating the City of Shreveport endorsement of Palmas Group Loss LLC to participate in the benefits of Louisiana Restoration Tax Abatement Program as well. The public hearing is now called to order. Does the administration have a presentation?
Yes, sir.
Is there anybody to speak?
Just a couple of things before, just to set the stage, if that's okay. For members of the public who aren't aware, Restoration Tax Abatement Program basically is one where, and it's usually in the downtown area, somebody takes a dilapidated building, spends a great deal of money renovating it, and what the program does is essentially freezes their property taxes for a few years at the level it was before the improvements were done. That is the case with the two that are on the agenda today. They're actually the same building, but the building is owned in different ways, so you have two different entities. But this is an $11 million plus expenditure. We will be abating, for our part, just a little less than $50,000 over a 5-year period. We very much support this program and hope it continues. Thank you, sir.
Is there anyone present who wants to speak in favor or opposition over these resolutions?
It's after.
Yes. Please come to the podium.
That's the idea.
Good afternoon. I'm Felicia Bell, coming from Community Development. Mayor Tom Dark and Chairman Allen. This public hearing will be a collective and simultaneous presentation to provide a clear overview of these projects. Essentially, Resolution 153 and 154 are, like he said, one project. However, they are two separate restoration tax abatement renewals. They are renewals. Both projects have the same property, same project name, which is 600 Block of Texas Restorations, and they're located at 624 Texas Street in downtown Shreveport's historic district, which is District B, where Gary Brooks is the councilman. The only things that differentiate these two renewals are the name of the project and the percentage of a partial ownership transfer that occurred back in 2022. When a company called Studio Networks, they sold the property, and like he said, it was a total project cost of $11,694. Okay, sorry for the freeze. Too many numbers there. Okay, Resolution 153 is an endorsement of 624 Downtown Lofts LLC to participate in the benefits of the Louisiana Restoration Tax Abatement Program. Their partial ownership transfer percentage is 73.1658%, making their total project cost at $8,320,191. Resolution 154 is an endorsement of Las Palmas Group Lofts to participate in the benefits of the Louisiana Restoration Tax Abatement. Their partial ownership transfer percentage was 26.8342%, making their total project cost $3,052,503. The cost of the resolution for 153 for 624 downtown lofts is $36,304. Cost of resolution 154 for Las Palmas Group is $13,315. The cost for both resolutions equates to $49,619, which represents the increased revenue after 2029 for the city of Shreveport. The abated taxes for the parish school board are $162,618 per year for the next 5 years. That's for the downtown lofts, and $59,642 for the next 5 years for Las Palmas. Total cost for the parish school board equates to $222,260, which represents the increased revenue after 2029. The abated taxes for Downtown Development Authority, DDA, are $11,282 for the first one, Downtown Lofts, and $4,138 for Las Palmas. Total cost for Downtown Development Authority equates to $15,420, which represents an increase after 2029. Okay, so getting into the project description. This is a continued renovation to the old Sears building downtown that was built in 1925. That has 2 adjoining buildings totaling 110,000 square feet. There's 48 apartments that have been converted into gorgeous luxury apartments. I didn't do a PowerPoint, but on the screen you will see some of the the model apartments. And that one right there was the small studio apartment, but it's very impressive. The property is very clean. I took a tour of it and I was highly impressed. Okay, there are approximately 35,000 square feet of office retail spaces. The continued renovations include modern design, as you'll see in the pictures, and amenity updates to the residential area, commercial retail spaces. It has a gym, and then they're doing improvements to the lobby area. Recent improvements include additional elegant awnings, security doors, attractive railings, beautiful and unique decor, and new and stylish furniture. That's the entrance to, what is that, the lobby? That's the lobby, which goes to leads to her office. That's Brandy. This is Brandy, and this is Mark Yates. I apologize for not introducing my people.
It's a nice office.
We have been a team working on this since, what, August? Yeah. A few months. Okay, job creation. I know that's something everybody wants to know. This project created 2 jobs. You have a property manager, which is Brandy, and a housekeeper that keeps the facility just beautiful. It's very attractive. The floors are clean and shiny. It smells very good. You know, you just notice it when you walk in. It's like, wow, it was impressive. I was highly impressed with it. The property has ongoing vendor contracting opportunities for electrical, plumbing, HVAC, and maintenance, and they work on the site as needed. Let's see here. Okay. Now I have a breakdown of the apartment building. As I said, there are 48 units on this property. These are all luxury apartments. It's a mix of junior studios, which there are 438 square feet. They have regular studios. That's the balcony. That's the 7th floor balcony. They have regular studios that are 538 square feet. They have 1 bedroom, 1 bath. They average between 700 and 1,000 square feet. There's 2 bedrooms. They have 1.5 to 2 baths, and they average about 1,200 to 1,500 square feet. And then there's only 1 3-bedroom apartment on the whole property. It has 2.5 baths, and it averages between 1,700 and 1,800 square feet. Okay, the monthly rents, they range between $1,055 all the way up to $2,750, and they are comparable market rates. The rent includes water, electric, gas, basic Wi-Fi, parking, gym usage, washer and dryers, and stainless steel appliances. So all of the apartments are equipped with, it's just beautiful. I was impressed by it. The total occupancy is mixed with business professionals. You have nurses, you got doctors, you got lawyers. So it's a diverse mix of people. And they have regular everyday people. They have students, so it's a diverse mix of tenants that live there. The occupancy rate is currently, as of today, is at 98%. Wow. They only have 1 unit that's open, and he said that was a 1-bedroom. She does a good job over there. I think it's a 1-bedroom that's open right now, so it stays full. It stays full, yeah. They have commercial and retail in the building. As you can see by the pictures, there's businesses all over the place. They've got a spa. They have financial service. They have meditation business. They have a hair braider. They have a candle shop. Yes. They have law offices. They have a lash installer. Yes, we saw that. I have a gym. They have retail clothing. They have a coffee shop, which is the Rhino Cafe that's on the first floor, if you've ever been there. That's at the very first floor. And they have shared office space. As I said, this property is just, it's impeccable.
We just created that shared office space.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah. But right here we have Mark Yates. He comes from Missouri City, Texas, and his partner for the Las Palmas is Barry Nyson. He lives in Santa Barbara, California. So I have Mark here if you have any questions, and I have the property manager, Brandy Price, not Brandy Price, Brandy Davis. I know a Brandy Price.
Yeah,
but if you have any questions,
I
think
have a question for Brandon. What is it that you get for the $2,000 apartment?
Literally, it's part of the location. You have the downtown location. The location is everything. If you live by Cross Lake, you're gonna pay to live by the lake. So if you want to live downtown in a nice place, that's part of it. It's the location and the fact that all your bills are included. That everybody loves that. Yeah. The only thing people pay outside of their rent is to increase their internet speed. You don't really have to because you get internet for free. So yeah, but this building's been redone since 2015. Since the Yates have had the building, we've just added even more. So it's to me it's luxury. Yeah, and it's what people are looking for, and the people that want that live there.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, and she shared something with me when I toured the property. They have the person that does the decor. Mm-hmm. She's out of Houston, mm-hmm. and the tenants can actually get her to decorate.
She's the one who's decorated all.
She could decorate all the apartments, and it just increases their rent for like an extra $10 or something, and they pay for.
Oh, the things from our model, like the picture on the screen is our model apartment. She decorated it to where, like the buffet that you see, perhaps people can get that. They can add that to their rent. And it's only $10 a month. So everything in our model is accessible as upgrades to our residents, and a lot of them come and pick that out when they come.
Mr. Chair, Brandy, the building is absolutely beautiful. We had the opportunity to come by and see the building on last week, and just the amenities that were there. Picked up some of your little snacks that you had there too. Yeah. We were wondering if they were free. It was too late then. We already had them in our mouth. But I'm happy to see this type of development. So I want to thank
Mr. Yates?
Mr. Yates for your vision. It is a stunning building.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it. Mr. Chairman,
Councilman Brooks?
I'd like to echo what Councilwoman Taylor said. I've been in the building many times, which is sent it this past weekend for Film Prize.
Yeah, I saw that.
The building is beautiful.
Yes.
It's a great asset to downtown, all of Shreveport. So I will be motioning in favor of this, and I would hope everybody else would
Yes.
support me on this. So,
Brandy, love
thank
your
y'all.
spirit.
You
Yes.
say you have one more apartment, you have one more left?
We have one apartment left. I saw you guys when y'all came, and
Yes.
I walked out. I was like, "Did y'all need anything?" And then when y'all left, I realized who you were. I was like, "I
She
should have
was trying to get those candles.
Brenda, how much is the rent on the one you got left?
You want the one I have left?
How much is it?
The one I have left is a 1-bedroom. It's $15.55.
The church not paying for that.
I'll be close to downtown. I'm trying to get close to that. Gas going up. I'm trying to get closer down.
You lease him some
Thank you,
on
Ms. Chair.
second and fourth
Thank
Monday
you.
and Tuesday. You get him a shared office space.
Thank you.
Thank y'all.
Okay,
Beautiful
thank you.
presentation.
Is there anyone present that would like to speak in favor or in opposition of these resolutions?
I speak in favor.
If not, this public hearing is closed. Madam Clerk, would there be any legislation added to the agenda today?
No, sir.
Today, we'll hear public comments on agenda items only. Vice Chair, do we have a request to speak?
Yes, sir. Mr. Sammy Mears. Sammy, welcome to the meeting. You have 3 minutes.
Thank you. Sammy Mears, 1133 South Point Parkway, apartment 111, Shreveport, Louisiana, 71105. I'll be speaking on Resolution 167. This will be a good idea in support of Louisiana's motion picture production program, known as Motion Picture Production Tax Credit. I support this very much. I hope you all will too. And I had to cut this short because at another meeting, these were not available, and I thought they ran away, so I just had to make it short.
Mr. Chair, that concludes public speaking.
Thank you. We will have the following executive appointments to consider today. Bridget Clark, Borough Chief of Workforce Development.
So moved.
Been moved by Councilwoman Taylor.
Second.
Second by Councilman Butcher.
Oh,
We said, Bridget, they don't want us to vote on you. They signed us out.
just sign this out.
Did it really?
Has been
Mine's
moved.
out.
You too?
My computer's out.
It's out. It just went out. Did we get a second?
It's signed me back in, but
Click on that email port. And then select your name.
it must have took me first.
Maybe that's a sign to get that apartment.
Maybe you're not getting that apartment. Gary, help him out. Just set him up and GoFundMe. Okay, okay. He turned out. Oh, sorry. It's crazy. Wonder how did that happen?
You back in?
There it goes.
It was moved by Councilwoman Taylor, second by Councilman Butcher. Any discussion? Let's vote.
It passes with 6.
Congratulations, Ms. Clark.
Shreveport Fire and Police Civil Service Board, Shonda Reynolds has been withdrawn. Do we need to vote on that?
So moved.
Yes, need a motion to withdraw.
Yes.
It's been moved by Councilwoman Taylor, second by Councilwoman Bowman to withdraw. Any discussion? Let's vote.
Yes.
That passed with 6.
There are no items on the consent agenda or to be introduced or to be adopted. Madam Clerk, would you please proceed with regular agenda legislation?
Resolution 128, authorizing Patrick R. Young at 9516 Wallace Lake Road to make connection to the city of Shreveport's water and/or sewer system.
Motion to withdraw.
Second. Been moved by Councilman Butcher, second by the chair to withdraw. Any discussion? Let's vote.
Passed with 6.
Resolution 139, authorizing Jose Carmona at 9588 Wallace Lake Road to make connection to the city of Shreveport water and/or sewer system has been postponed to November 8th. Resolution 140, authorizing Springfield Baptist Church at 9702 Wallace Lake Road to make connection to the city of Shreveport's water and sewer system also has been postponed to November 8th. And Resolution 141, authorizing Sean Pendleton at 9820 Wallace Lake Road to make connections to the city of Shreveport's water and/or sewer system, postponed to November 8th. Resolution 142, establishing the intent of the city of Shreveport, establishing the intent of the city council by specifying the projects to be undertaken from the sale of the 2024 general obligation bonds.
Move to
Motion to
postpone.
postpone. It's been motion postponed by Councilwoman Taylor, second by the chair. Any discussion? Let's vote to postpone.
Councilman Jackson.
Passed with 6.
Resolution 153, stating the city of Shreveport's endorsement of the 624 Downtown Loss LLC to participate in the benefits of the Louisiana Restoration Tax Abatement Program.
Been moved by Councilman Brooks,
Second.
second by Councilwoman Taylor. Any discussion? Let's vote.
Passed with 6.
Resolution 154, stating the city of Shreveport's endorsement of Las Palmas Group Lofts LLC to participate in the benefits of the Louisiana Restoration Tax Abatement Program.
Second.
Been moved by Councilman Brooks, second by Councilwoman Taylor. Any discussion? Let's vote.
Passed with 6.
Resolution 159, dedicating the 700 block of Turner Lane in honor of Pastor Lavelle Butler.
So moved.
Second.
Been moved by the chair, second by Councilwoman Taylor. Any discussion? Let's vote.
It passed with 6. Did we do 146?
146 not up in here.
Hmm.
We haven't reached that one yet. We hadn't reached that yet.
Yeah.
It's not right here.
Oh, okay.
One second.
It's not in here.
Did we do 146?
It's not on our screen. What is 146?
146 is authorizing the mayor's execution of cooperative purchasing agreement between.
We passed it on the last meeting. It's probably on your paper by mistake. We passed it on October 8th. It's on your paper by mistake.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's on mine too.
Madam Clerk, you may continue.
Resolution 160, acknowledging the City Council has reviewed the 2023 Internal Municipal Water Pollution Prevention Report concerning the North Regional and Lucas Wastewater Plant.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by the chair, second by Councilman Butcher. Any discussion? Let's vote.
It passed with 6.
Resolution 163, authorizing the mayor to execute a right-of-way and servitude agreement with Centerpoint Energy Resources Corp., Centerpoint Energy Louisiana Gas, for the construction and maintenance of a gas pipeline on city property.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by the chair, second by Councilman Butcher. Any discussion? Let's vote.
That passes with 6.
It passed with 6.
Resolution 164, authorizing a request to be made to the Louisiana Department of Natural Resources, Louisiana State Mineral and Energy Board to seek public bids for an oil, gas, and mineral lease involving the property located in Districts F and G, described herein, and to execute the lease for certain mineral interests owned by the City of Shreveport, and to authorize the mayor to execute any and all documents related to the intent of this resolution.
Been moved by Councilwoman Bowman.
Second.
Second by Vice Chair Green. Any discussion? Let's vote.
Passed with 6.
I got your vote, Councilman Jackson. Resolution 165, authorizing the mayor to execute a cooperative endeavor agreement with the City of Bossier City and the Caddo Bossier Parishes Port Commission.
So moved.
Been moved by Councilman Butcher, second by Councilwoman Bowman. Any discussion? Let's vote.
Passed with 6.
Resolution 166, amending Section 2-1D of the City of Shreveport's Purchasing Regulation and Procedure and Manual concerning authority to contract for consulting, insurance, and other services.
So moved.
Been moved by Councilwoman Taylor, second by Councilwoman Bowman. Any discussion? Let's vote.
Passed with 6.
Resolution 167, a resolution in support of Louisiana Motion Picture Production Program, statutorily known as the Motion Picture Production Tax Credit.
So moved.
Been moved by Councilwoman Taylor, second by Councilwoman Bowman. Discussion, Councilwoman Taylor.
Mr. Mayor, I want to take this opportunity, as we saw that you and 50 Cent went down to the governor to visit the governor as it relates to these film tax credits, which we know are extremely important for Shreveport, Louisiana. So Councilwoman Bowman and I wanted to sponsor this resolution in support of those film tax credits. We realize how critical this is to the city of Shreveport and to our region. So we wanted the legislators to know that we are fully on board and in support of G-Unit and G-Unit Studios coming to Shreveport, Louisiana, and the efforts that you all have made along with this council. So we just want to make sure that we put that in the record along with the historic tax credits that we also realize that are very vital to the city of Shreveport and our infrastructure. So we're asking the council for a unanimous vote on this resolution for both of those, for both of the resolutions, because it is vitally important that G Unit Studios, along with the state of Louisiana, know how important this is for North Louisiana, specifically Shreveport, Louisiana.
Any other discussions or comments? Let's vote.
Pass it with 6.
Resolution 168, a resolution of the Shreveport City Council in support of Louisiana Historic Rehabilitation Tax Credit.
So moved.
Been moved by Councilwoman Taylor, second by Councilwoman Bowman. Any discussion? Let's vote.
And pass it with 6.
Resolution 169, to establish a charter review committee.
So moved.
Second.
Been moved by Councilwoman Taylor, second by Councilman Butcher. Any discussion? Let's vote.
Pass it with 6.
Madam Clerk, would you please proceed with introduction of resolution not to be adopted prior to November 8, 2024?
Resolution 170, amending the City of Shreveport's Purchasing Regulation and Procedure Manual to add Section 2-7 concerning the acceptance of donation of movable and movable property. Resolution 171, a resolution ratifying the execution of certain documents and instruments relative to Choice Neighborhoods Supplemental Grant Agreement between the United States Department of Housing and Urban Development and the City of Shreveport.
So moved for introduction.
Second.
These has been moved by Councilwoman Taylor, second by Councilman Butcher. Any discussion? These resolutions have been introduced. Madam Clerk, would you please proceed with introduction on ordinance not to be adopted prior to November 8, 2024?
Ordinance 145, amending the 2024 Community Development Special Revenue Fund budget. Ordinance 146, modifying ordinance number 53 of 2024, and ordinance amending the 2024 budget for general fund. Ordinance 147, modifying ordinance number 54 of 2024, and ordinance amending the 2024 budget for the Water and Sewer Enterprise Fund. Ordinance 148, to amend various articles and sections in the City of Shreveport, Louisiana Unified Development Code for the purpose of clarifying and updating provisions related to the administrative exception to zoning process. Ordinance 149, to amend various articles and sections in the City of Shreveport, Louisiana Unified Development Code for the purpose of clarifying, updating, and adding new provisions related to planned unit development, small planned unit developments, and conditional zoning district. Ordinance 150, an ordinance providing for the incurring of debt and issuance of the sale and sale of not exceeding $29 million of general obligation bonds, Series 2024, the City of Shreveport, State of Louisiana, prescribing the form, terms, and conditions in said bonds, designating the date, denomination, and place of payment of said bonds, providing the payment thereof in principal and interest, and providing for other matters in connection therewith.
So moved on introduction.
Been moved by Councilwoman Taylor, second by the chair. Discussion?
Mr. Mayor, on Ordinance 150, will Attorney Basada give us an outline of this particular bond project, of what is proposed with the issuance of the sale of these bonds?
Yes, I'll be glad to ask him to do that.
Okay, thank you, sir.
And to piggyback on that question, it was mentioned earlier that we have 2 bond attorneys, or would Attorney Basada be orchestrating both?
Mr. Basada will be orchestrating both.
Okay. These ordinances have been introduced. Madam Clerk, would you please proceed with ordinance on second reading and final passage?
Ordinance 40, an ordinance authorizing the lease of portions of Stage Works of Louisiana, a city-owned property, to G Unit Film and Television Louisiana LLC.
Motion to postpone.
A motion postponed by Councilwoman Taylor, second by Councilwoman Bowman. Any discussion?
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
Councilman Brooks.
Postpone until we get a response back from Attorney Edwards. He asked us not to table.
I spoke, Mr. Chair, may I?
Yes.
I spoke with representatives for G Unit today when I stepped out during the public safety meeting, and for sequencing reasons, they really do ask that we keep this on the front burner. They sent me some stuff in the last 45 minutes, but they really want this to move forward. They're going to make efforts to make sure that we can get this hopefully passed in November.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
So
We did the.
I'm going to recommend that we postpone to November 22nd.
It has been motioned by Councilwoman Taylor, second by, who's second?
Me, second.
Second by Vice Chair Green to postpone to November 22nd. Let's vote.
That passed with 6.
Ordinance 70 to amend Chapter 38 of the Shreveport Code of Ordinance relative to vacant structures.
Motion to table. That was the request.
Second.
Been motioned to table by Councilwoman Taylor, second by Councilman Butcher. Any discussion? Let's vote.
That passed with 6.
Ordinance 103 to amend various articles of sections in the City of Shreveport, Louisiana Unified Development Code for the purpose of updating certain uses within the downtown zoning district has been postponed to November 8th. Ordinance 111, an ordinance providing for the incurring of debt and the issuance and the sale of not exceeding $88 million of general obligation bonds, Series 2024 of the City of Shreveport, State of Louisiana, prescribing the form, terms, and conditions of said bonds, designating the date, denomination, and place of payment of said bonds, providing for payment thereof in principal and interest, and providing for other matters in connection therewith.
Motion to postpone.
Second.
Motion to postpone by Vice Chair Green, second by Councilwoman Bowman. Any discussion?
Yes.
Councilman Brooks?
I would just like to say that I feel like I'm gonna vote to postpone this time. This will be my last vote to postpone. I feel like the administration has done 90% or basically all of what we've asked them to do with the police headquarters, the substations moving forward. So I think the general feeling of the council is we want to vote on both of them at the same time, which is November the 8th. But I will be voting on November the 8th to move this forward. So that was my comment. Thank you.
You're welcome. Vice Chair Green?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Mayor, when we go to, you all go to New York for the sale of these bonds, would you all have any objections to 3 council members going along with you all?
I actually don't know whether we will go to New York for the sale of these bonds at all, Mr. Chairman, but I'll certainly consider that.
Mr. Chair.
Councilman Butcher?
I'm kind of with Councilman Brooks here, but there are some unanswered questions that I need, especially on the North Market substation, and some direction that we need on some things. I think that the way that we have this set up for both of the 2021 bond and the 2024 bond to be voted on at the same time is good, but there are still a few questions that I would like to get answered, and I think the mayor and the police chief have done an excellent job locating places and really have done more than I could have expected for them to do in such a short period of time. So I'm pleased with the progress, but I'm still a little have a few questions, and it's nothing that we can't get done in 2 weeks. I don't think if we really put our head down and work on it. I've talked to a couple of department heads, and we have real needs all over the city. I drove all over the city today. Was in touch pretty much every district with work, and there are definitely some infrastructure needs that we need. But we had to put this police station. I think it was, even though it wasn't signed as a state of emergency, I do feel like it was a state of emergency, and I'm just glad that we've been able to make progress on this. And I look forward to being able to vote on this and all the questions being answered on November the 8th.
I'm kind of glad that we're going to be moving forward next time because, my sentiments was last time. I think we have a lot of needs in the city, And I'm just not on board with just holding up $88 million in ready-to-go projects for needs that we have for the citizens that voted for this money. So I am ready to push this forward. I do, believe the police station should have always been a priority, but at the same time, I don't think we need to hold up more needs while we're trying to address one particular need. So I'll be ready to move forward next time as well, but I will support postponing this today. Councilman Bowman. Councilwoman Bowman.
Mr. Chair,
Councilwoman Taylor.
I support in moving in forward with the police station because I believe that bond was the bond that was voted on in 2021 by the voters, and that needed to be a priority before you move forward to a 2024 bond. I think that is paramount in this particular case. So the postponing of that move and had the unctioning of the administration to be able to move so you can get these things done. The police officers were in a building that is, in my opinion, catastrophic in the sense of what they have to inhale for what they have to endure when they are out on those streets. So I don't want this council to be a council that has another night street situation as we're moving with something that should have been a priority first. So with that being said, I think that you address those particular needs that are there, that are very, very present without the police department to see. There are still some questions that have to be answered when it comes to tying in taxpayers' money to this bond that is extremely important before you begin to tie taxpayers' money to another bond. So with that being said, as Councilman Butcher has stated, what will occur within these next 2 weeks is definitely contingent upon what this city administration does. And as they've been moving, then I look to see that movement continues. It is my hope that after or when these bonds are passed, that we will still have public safety meetings to update us on the progress of the police department, because I do not want that to fall through the cracks.
Thank you. Are there any other comments?
Hopefully we'll have an announcement on the Southeast Shreveport substation in 2 weeks. Sorry. Had to put that plug in there.
Are there any other comments? Let's vote.
It passed with 6.
Ordinance 114 to amend various articles and sections in the City of Shreveport, Louisiana Unified Development Code for the purpose of adding new definition related to sober living home.
Motion by Councilwoman Bowman, second by Councilwoman Taylor to postpone. Any discussion? Let's vote.
It passed with 6.
Ordinance 115, zoning case number 24-91-C, an ordinance to amend the official zoning map of the City of Shreveport Unified Development Code by rezoning property located at east side of Lotus Lane, approximately 230 feet north of Standard Oil Road, from R-MHP Residential Manufactured Home Park zoning district to RMHP Spud Residential Manufactured Home Park Small Plant Unit Development Zoning District.
Motion postpone.
And motion by Vice Chair Green to postpone, second by Councilwoman Taylor. Is there any discussion? Let's vote.
Passed with 6.
Ordinance 116, amending the 2024 capital improvements budget.
So moved.
Second.
Been moved by Councilwoman Taylor, second by Councilman Butcher. Any discussion? Let's vote.
It passed with 6.
Ordinance 117, amending the 2024 budget of the Golf Enterprise Fund.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Councilman Butcher, second by Councilwoman Taylor. Any discussion? Let's vote.
Passed with 6.
Ordinance 118, amending the 2024 budget for the Water and Sewer Enterprise Fund.
So moved.
Moved by Councilman Butcher, second by the chair. Any discussion? Let's vote.
Passed with 6.
Ordinance 119 to amend Section 10-186 of the Code of Ordinances of the City of Shreveport.
So moved.
Moved by
Second.
Councilman Butcher, second by Councilwoman Taylor. Any discussion?
I have a question.
Councilman Brooks?
Councilman Butcher, tell me again, we're revising the penalties?
Yes, if they come into your establishment and your camera's not working, you get a written warning after 15 days when they come back to check. If it still doesn't have 30 days of storage, you'll get a $500 fine. And then from that point forward, when they come back in an additional 15 days, after 30 days, if there's no storage, then you're suspended for a month or until the camera's up and working, whichever is longer.
What about concerning some of the issues we've had lately with people's renewals? And when they came for an inspection, the cameras weren't working properly.
Correct.
It'd be the same thing?
Yes, yes.
So instead of not renewing their permit, they would have roughly 30 days to rectify it?
That's right.
With a $500 fine after 15?
Right.
Okay, thank you.
Any other discussion? Let's vote.
It passed with 6.
Madam Clerk, is there any other table legislation to be removed from the table today?
No, sir.
Appeals, we have no property standards, MPC, ZBA, or ABO appeals to consider today. Are there any other appeals, Madam Clerk?
No, sir.
Are there any reports from officers, boards, or committees? Anybody want to highlight the meetings today? Anybody want to highlight the meetings from today? Councilwoman Bowman?
Yes, on November 12th at 1, we'll have our first audit and finance meeting. That will be here right before our budget meeting,
What time?
1 p.m.
November
12th.
Okay.
I don't think we're meeting on the 12th.
Yes, we are. That's what
Budget meeting.
Budget meeting, right before budget meeting.
Budget.
Okay.
That is a bank holiday, though. Any other reports?
Are y'all good with that? Okay.
Madam Clerk, is there a clerk's report?
No, sir.
Mr. Chair. Oh, we need to get to additional comments.
Mayor Arsenault, do you have any additional communication?
I do not.
Does any council member have any additional communication? Councilwoman Taylor?
Mr. Chair, I'd like to invite everyone to 2 events that are occurring in the city this weekend. We have the Cooper Road USA Parade that will begin at 11 o'clock, starting at Green Oaks High School and ending at the David Raines Community Center. And then I want to thank Councilwoman Bowman. We will have the Fair Park Alumni Band reunion this weekend, starting with the street dedication of Mr. Cleveland White at 5:30 on Friday, if you would like to come out there at the corner of Murtis and Greenwood Road. And I also like to extend my condolences to the Sabbath family of Miss Katie Collins. And on top of that, again, wish Mr. Cortland Malloy a happy 100th birthday.
Chair.
Thank you. Vice Chair Green?
Yeah, Mr. Chair, I'd also like to invite those of you that like to have a safe Halloween event. We're having one at the Union Mission Baptist Church, 6025 Buncombe Road on Saturday at 4. And you're welcome to come. We'll have a lot of fun, food, and excitement, and it'll be very safe at the ranch. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you.
You can tell your sons they're welcome to come.
They enjoyed it last year.
All right.
And the Easter egg hunt.
All right. So, come on.
Any other additional communications? We need a motion to accept the recommendation made by the city attorney during the October 21st, 24 executive session yesterday.
So moved.
It has been moved by Vice Chair Green, second by Councilwoman Bowman. Let's vote.
Pass with 6.
How you know?
You're a prophet.
I'm a prophet. I prophesied. Who gonna vote against that?
If there's nothing else, this meeting is adjourned.
Oh, no. Who's gonna